Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 33. 32?
32. It's been that long that we've gone on to a new one.
Welcome to episode 32 of the M&T podcast. My name is Matt. I'm in a bad mood. This is T.
I'm in a better mood and Matt does cheer up, I promise.
I start in a bad mood. It gets better as we go along, I promise. Mainly because I allow myself a drink.
This week we talk about COVID.
Oh, we do. We talk about the fact that we don't like the UK much, but that doesn't mean we hate everything about it and everybody who lives there.
This is a really bad
it gets
intro.
Quite deep anyway. You'll enjoy it.
Bad
and we talk the usual shit. There's also a nice little ad break in the middle where we have a little sponsor, and I recommend sticking with it just to listen to the little sponsor.
Yes. So we hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you
in the episode.
Hello, Poppet.
Hello, sunshine.
How's it going?
It's all right, thanks. How are you?
I'm all right, thanks.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 32. 32. I'm trying to think how in any way that number is significant, but I don't think it is. It's just number 32, isn't it?
Yeah. Wow. It's just not significant at all.
It's not. It's not going to be our best. It probably won't be our worst. But it's a podcast, so we're doing it.
Would you like a drink?
Please.
Do you want to finish the last drink you've before we set up?
I think it's probably a good idea. Hello, YouTube people.
Hi, YouTube
Welcome.
people. Would you like to tell everyone why you so need a drink? We might as well get that out of the way.
Let's do it
now.
You pour the drinks. We're having the same as what we had last week.
Clean and Press hard seltzer from Brewdog. These are our last ones.
They are just low calorie but still alcoholic
Sparkling
drinks.
water and vodka.
I'm in a bad mood because literally 15 minutes ago, Wolves lost. But they didn't just lose, they lost embarrassingly to our biggest and local rivals, who are shit. We lost to a shit team by playing more shit than a shit team. So I am fucking angry. And so I didn't want to do the podcast today.
No.
But actually now we're doing it. This is a good distraction. I've had my rant.
Yes.
We're going to move on with our lives.
Yeah, because
I am fucking angry.
You were like, well, what are we going to do? I need to do something. And I'm like, well, I'm not going out because I'm sat next to the fire.
I don't want to waste the fire.
So let's do a podcast.
Yeah, people will see on YouTube. We've gone for another new location. Yeah. The only reason we've gone for this one is because you wanted to sit as close to the fireplace as possible.
Yes, I'm not moving from here today because I am I just took my jumper off to record this podcast because I didn't want to look like a complete slob.
For anyone wondering, Ibiza is beautiful right now, but really fucking cold.
It is chilly.
We were told January, be ready. It's going to be chilly. Mm-hmm. It's beautiful, crisp blue skies, but yeah, cold.
Cheers to that.
Here's to fucking off the rest of today.
Wow. So, cheery Matt, how's your week been? Aside from, how do you think my week's been? Let's turn it around.
Do you know what? Actually, before we do, I wrote things down that I wanted to talk to you about this week. I feel as if
but I'm asking you how my week went.
I had things that I thought I would talk to you about your week.
Oh,
So I'd like to know, what have you bartered this week?
I got cake. Didn't I? I got some banana bread with pecans.
For those wondering why I'm asking, we've said in previous pods, Tiff specifically has become addicted to the bartering community.
I'm not addicted. I just think it's a great idea. If we have something that we don't need, swap it for something that you want or need.
So what did you do this week?
So we still have some spare cables. So someone needed a micro USB and I had 2, so I was like, cool. And then they brought us banana bread with pecans.
They did, and actually that's very nice.
It's delicious.
Wonderful that you can swap a cable that we were going to throw in the bin for cake.
Oh, I know.
Which we wouldn't throw in the bin.
No, we throw it in our mouths. Yeah. It's a very nice cake, and she brought her dog. So I got to strike a
Oh,
book.
yeah, you went
so
out.
Really,
You did say, I'm just going to go pop out and do this swap, and you were gone for a little longer than I expected.
well, there was a dog to stroke.
And you said, yeah, there was a dog, so...
Yeah. So yeah, but that's it. I have put some stuff that I want on the barter community to see if anyone wants to give me stuff back, and we'll see.
I'm thinking I want
fruition.
to put on the barter community about the pallets that we want.
Yes,
I would like to get about 12 to 15 uniform, good quality wooden pallets.
Yep.
And if I get those, I want to make a deck out of them in part of our garden. So I'm going to put that on there this week.
Good idea.
Watch
you
this
should.
space.
Anything that you need.
You
never know.
Have you bartered anything else? Have
No,
you
that's it.
got involved with anything
No.
else? Okay. How's your fitness regime going this week?
Yeah, good. I've done all my workouts, done all my steps.
Yeah? Are you
Winning.
happy?
Yeah. Bit cold out in the morning because
It
I
is.
have to work out when I get up, or else I will put it off. Very, in the day, if I spelt something wrong, I'm not working out.
Your motivation, you are one of these people. I think a lot of people who know you personally would say, oh, Tiff, there's a person who is motivated and can motivate others, because you are very good. I've never known a person, as you say, that can wake up in the morning and be so motivated to do and achieve so much, and yet so quickly go, oh, fuck this, I'm not doing anything for the rest of today.
Yes.
Because, like you say, it can take one thing.
It can take the tiniest thing to be like, that's it for the day. But I learned something from Jay, who is a person that we've met here, who does kind of marketing and stuff, and it's a big thing in like the entrepreneurial space.
For an entrepreneur, you probably should learn how to say the word entrepreneur.
Anyway, they say be done by 1. Get your biggest jobs done by 1 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, that I do my workout and then I do a big chunk of my work. Eat That Frog is another book, audio book that I've listened to, and it's just like, do the task that you don't want to do first.
I do believe in that, but I am going to counter your be done by 1 based on what I'm reading at the moment, which is the book When, which is about do things when you feel like you want to do it.
Yeah, be done by 1 works for me, because at 1 o'clock I then have
that sort of set thing doesn't work for everyone.
No, not at all. But for me, it does, because I'm like, right, get everything done by 1 o'clock. Then I have my lunch. I go for a walk in the sunshine. And then when I get home, it's like 3 o'clock. So I'm like, oh, a cup of tea, chill.
Yeah.
My life goal is to not work a full day every day.
No, you work part-time.
Yeah, part-time with full-time money.
Work part-time. I love that. Who was the guy that discovered gravity? No, not gravity. The guy who...
Oh, God, don't make us sound stupid.
I know. Someone will know this straight away. But not the guy who did the gravity thing. The guy who made the light bulb. The first guy.
Edison.
Was it Edison?
Yes.
One of those guys. Newton was the gravity, wasn't
Newton's,
it?
yeah.
I mean
physics.
Edison. But in this book, it talks about he was a guy that he would sleep until 10, 11 o'clock.
Oh, God.
He'd wake up, spend some time with his family, have some food, read a book.
None of that.
And just at the point where everybody else, sort of in his work sort of environment and in his in his home, just as they were sort of winding down and potentially even sort of thinking about calling it a day and going to bed, he would
That's when he'd
wake up.
Some people are like
and
that.
go, now I feel at my most creative, my most innovative, my most productive. Just do it when it works for you.
Yeah, some people, I'm really productive in the morning. Some people are really productive at night. I'm not that person. If I have to, I can be really productive, but that's not my optimum. My optimum is get up, work out, shower, work, then think about eating at some point in the afternoon.
What my book is teaching me is that a lot of people have a lot of people are similar to you. They get their best work done in the morning, and that's because you just apparently you naturally have this sense of urgency in the morning to get things done. Almost everybody then has a trough and a moment where they go, can I have some lunch, and actually I'm just going to stop
That's why I go like going for a walk after lunch, because
I think that does work.
Because then you're like out in the sunshine, you feel good again. You're not just we take a break and watch an episode of something, but that's like 40 minutes. So most of that you've spent eating, and then you watch the rest of the episode and go, right, let's go for a walk now. And then when we get back, actually sometimes I'm like, right, I'm going to get back to it. Or if I don't actually have anything urgent on, then I don't have to. So really it kind of works best for us. And then I wake up at the same time on the weekend, which people say you should do, is wake up at the same time every day.
Yeah.
Because
unless you need a lay-in, in which case give yourself one. But why not?
Yeah, it's not like set an alarm, but it does mess with your. That's why people get so grouchy. People don't like Mondays, because you sleep for 2 hours extra.
Yeah. And then
you
Monday
have to
feels
get
like
up
a
again.
shock to the system.
Yeah, so I don't remember the last time I set an alarm clock, and yes, we are very lucky to be able to do that, but I still naturally wake up.
Well, I don't think you've ever
6:30.
needed to set an alarm, because you just wake up at 6, 6:30.
Yeah.
That's just when you wake up. And when you wake up, you get up.
Yes.
You just
That's
get
the
up.
5-second rule thing. That's another good book.
Which is good.
Good
it's
audio
good.
book.
I think it's a good habit that you have.
Yeah. So.
And actually that leads on then to my third question, is like, how is work? How's business? What's going on?
It's going okay. I've sent a lot of proposals this week.
Yeah.
So just, some of them need to pay off. If they all pay off, I'll be in panic mode. But if some of them pay off, then I will be.
I love that. Like,
if
they all really want a new client, but if they all come back as new clients.
Well, yeah, if they all come back and go yes, then I'm like, oh, I'm going to need an intern. Enter you.
I'm ready in the wings. I can do that.
Unpaid intern.
Do you want to give yourself a little plug since we've got people's attention?
Yeah, go to my website if you want.
For someone who does like marketing and promoting of other people's businesses so well, like you really do it so well, this is your opportunity to plug yourself. Go and you go, well, I've got a website, my Instagram is quite good.
Well, if you don't like running your own social media, then talk to me, because that's what I do.
I heard you on a call with a client yesterday.
What did I say?
No, I think it's really good, and I almost think it's like a strapline to your business, is you do the bits about social media that people don't want to do on social media.
Yeah, like the day
a lot of people,
an hour.
they're quite happy like putting up a picture and seeing how many likes they get, and they get that little like endorphin kind of rush from saying, oh, I got some new followers, but they don't want to do the things you have to do day to day to not only create that but maintain it.
Yeah.
Enter you, because you actually like doing that.
Yeah.
And I think for what you do for people and for what they get out of it, I think you're good value. I think you're amazing at what you do.
You've just made me think of another package that I can offer, because normally I include the posting as well as the community management side of things. But if a client is happy to post the pictures and stuff, and then I could just do that bit, and I don't have to worry about scheduling the whole month.
Yeah.
Oh.
You put up your own pictures, I'll just make sure that lots of people are liking them, and I'll talk to the people that comment on it for you, and I will go and find other.
Yeah, because normally I just include both as standard, but actually I could take one of them out.
Separate them.
If people are happy, because some people like making their own doing their own pictures and stuff, and posting them up, as long as it's cohesive.
But they don't want to do that follow-up bit. They just want to put pictures up and hope that builds their business and builds their following. Yeah. But you do the bit that actually makes that. So
yeah, the day-to-day. Yeah, so that's why I have two phones, because I have too many accounts.
Yeah.
So I need to sit on another phone sometimes.
There is a third phone waiting in the wings for
I know,
you. But it just requires someone, maybe someone watching or listening now.
So if you would like to pay for this lifestyle, then please.
Yeah, if you want to make sure that we can still kind of...
If you want to grow your business to a place where you can also sit in Ibiza, contact me today.
There you go. I love that. Do you want to do what we're doing now? Then you need to pay me. Love it. Love it.
Nailed it.
I think you're doing very well, and I'm very proud of you.
Thank you very much. Was that so?
Well,
for me asking you how you thought my week went made you ask me 3 questions about how my week went.
But the thing is, those are going to be now my 3 questions that I'm regularly going to ask you on the pod. What have you bartered this week? So like
Bennett's bartered.
What have you pawned off out of our house? No. How's your fitness routine going? And how's business? And I just thought that...
I'm going to ask you the same. I'm going to ask you 2 of the 3. How's your fitness regime going?
My fitness regime is going well, I feel. I'm now at the end of week 2.
Yeah, and how many kilos have you lost, you prick?
1.5 since the beginning of January. But I always do this when I go into a fitness kick, because it's usually following a binge, do what you want kind of kick.
December.
I do just generally kick the first couple of kilos quite quick.
Yeah.
Simply just by slowing down on drinking beer and eating chocolate.
Yeah.
If I just do that, I'm going to lose weight.
True that.
But I've been to the gym 4 times a week, last week and this week. We've been on walks every day. I'm averaging
because we're getting
plenty of steps.
Yeah, we're getting our steps in every day. We're doing the gym 4 times a week each.
Yeah.
We're doing really... I think we're good motivators for each other.
We're tracking food.
We are tracking food.
And even on... I considered this today to be my naughty day this week. And even with the alcohol going in, I think I'm almost bang on my calories. I may go over a little bit. I may go over a little bit today, but that's just because it was football day and I just thought, fuck it.
Fuck it.
But every day I've tracked and I haven't gone over, so
that's good.
So it's going well, and I've set myself little goals for the end of January, end of February, end of March, and so for the next few months, I hope to just continue on the path that I'm on.
And then the big birthday bash in April.
Well, that's kind of what we're working towards, is spring and the beginning of April, where we're thinking what we're going to do for our birthdays. If the world is in a good place, people are welcome to come and join us for a party. Just put that on the pod.
Just open housed our house. Yeah. Lovely. And how's business?
Business is good. Lavello's going well. For anybody who doesn't know, my cycling kit is available to pre-order on my website right now. lavellocycling.com. You can pre-order 1 jersey right now. I've got more samples on their way from my supplier as we speak.
How exciting.
And so when I try those, there'll be even more designs and offers up on the website. But what I'm really working on right now is kind of what you helped me with, which is getting it out there on the socials, interacting with people that might be interested. So if you know any cyclists, or you are a cyclist yourself and you're thinking, I need to get myself a new piece of kit and I'm not going to buy what everybody else buys.
And you'd like to support our lifestyle.
And you want to support the lifestyle that we're working very hard to maintain. Now's the time. Head over to my website. I will happily ensure that you get one of my brand new cycling kits.
Wow, is that the shameless plugging over now?
Well, I think we've earned the right to shamelessly plug from time to time.
Yeah, true. We don't really do it often.
And that's it. We don't plug much, and it's not like it's overwhelming.
No, true.
Like what we offer people, you can either look or you can't. But if you're interested, head on over, and if you've got any questions, ping me a DM. I'm happy to help out.
Lovely, lovely jubbly. There was something I wanted to talk about this week, which is a question I got from Mahmoud, who is still in Saudi.
Okay.
Since last year when we.
This is Mahmoud, who was the first ever sponsor of the M&T podcast.
He was the first ever sponsor of the M&T podcast, and this is why he wants to know when is season 2 gonna happen?
Well,
Mahmoud,
it's a wonderful question, Mahmoud, but season 1 has to end at some point.
Well, yeah, so when?
I don't know.
I felt like, should we have started this year on a new season?
The thing I think is when you go to a new season, you kind of have to change the model a little bit. And I'm not sure if I'm ready to change the model.
Okay.
We just sit down, have a drink and talk shit.
But that's all we're ever going to do.
Yeah. So it's one... We are like EastEnders. We are never stopping. So
it's always going to be season 1?
There is no, I'll go back in a couple of months or 6 months when they start doing it again. The M&T podcast is never going away. Ever.
Maybe we could start a new season.
After episode...
I don't know. Well, no, I just thought like maybe a time of year, like maybe when the summer season starts in Ibiza or...
Maybe we get to a year.
When did we start? June?
Well, when we get to episode 52, we've done a year. And we're episode 32 now.
Oh, that's a lot away.
20 episodes, that's 5 months from now.
So it's summer?
Midsummer.
So,
I mean, I don't know. Do people think we should stop and then do a season 2? Let us know. But would you want anything different? Do you want the format to change? Do you want the model of the M&T podcast to change? Because if you do, tell us and we'll consider it and then probably throw those considerations away and just carry on.
Yeah, exactly. Also, I think we forgot emojis in recent weeks.
I think for a couple of weeks we have, haven't we?
Yes, we have. So we need to bring them back.
Well, if we're bringing the emoji back, which we'll talk about maybe later in the pod, can everyone just fucking send it, please?
Yeah, I think the reason we stopped is that because I know people listen because people write to us, and I know people watch because they comment on the YouTube. Comment or just WhatsApp us or Instagram us the emoji. How long does that take?
Oh, fucking seconds.
And it makes...
Seconds.
And it makes us feel worthwhile.
What it does for us, you know how we've said before, how people love to have the like, or they like to have the subscribe. I couldn't give a shit about that kind of stuff. What I want is someone to come and find us on the Insta, or even on our Facebook page, or whatever, or even in the YouTube comments, and put the emoji we actually talk about.
That's all we need.
That, and I'm like, that's someone who cares enough.
Yeah.
That's someone who listens and gives a shit.
And basically, like that Black Mirror episode, it raises our status so we can hire a better car.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I love that episode of Black Mirror.
When you just ping people.
Yeah, and your social score is what gets
so
you in
can have a
places.
nicer house.
Yeah.
If we get enough emojis, I get free amnesia tickets. So if you could just send some.
Oh, please send them through.
Oh, that would be great. That would be really great. Yeah.
Nice.
So season 2 possibly coming to a podcast near you. Never.
No, basically only because season 1's never ending.
It's ongoing forever and always.
But let us know. I'd love to know if people think that we should stop, refresh and come back. Let us know.
Lovely. Maybe we should stop on our birthday weekend and not record that weekend because it's going to be too messy.
Take the one weekend off.
Yeah, because it's going to be too messy.
Yeah, because what is it? My birthday is April 4th,
Your
which is a
birthday's
Sunday.
on the Sunday.
We're thinking, we were discussing today on our walk, weren't we? That maybe we do a little bit of a house party here, should the law allow it.
On a Saturday.
Should the world be in a place that allows it. On the Saturday the 3rd. And have people here. We usually record the pod on a Saturday.
Yes.
So you saying that we take Saturday the 3rd off, or do we do a pre-party pod?
Pre-party pod with a Magnum.
And then go,
and many special guests.
I think,
a party pod.
how funny would a pod be if we did it with a house full of people just around us now, just doing what they want to do? And we just invite people in to
really
go, hey, come and have a chat.
By the sound. I'd be very annoyed.
I'm sure most people wouldn't listen past 4 or 5 minutes because it would be awful.
Yeah, well, we thought that about New Year and people were still enjoying that one.
I want to discuss that because since last week's pod, we were quite embarrassed and we apologised a lot for the week before. A lot of people have commented say, like, don't be embarrassed. We bloody loved it. Like, it was hilarious.
Maybe we should watch it.
We had a lot of fun. I'm not going to watch it. I'm glad people enjoyed it, but I don't think I can watch it.
So thank you, everyone.
But a lot of people want us to go live again.
Oh, God.
And so maybe we commit that that's something we do
birthday
on maybe
weekend.
Not birthday weekend.
Just set a camera up and
episode
see what happens.
40, because we've always said every 10 episodes we'd go big.
Can we actually get a Magnum in again?
Yeah.
I did enjoy... The Magnum episodes are funny.
Yeah, we usually do that with a guest, but you just want to do a Magnum just between the two of us?
No, we did a Magnum at Pike's and it was just us. We didn't finish the Magnum.
That was also at Pike's.
Yeah.
where anything can happen.
Well, then we can go. We can maybe go on location somewhere. Some places might be open by then.
Oh, I do hope so.
That would be good, wouldn't it?
Mm.
I've just got questions. Do you have any other topics?
No, I've just got questions.
Okay. Alice sent some questions in on New Year's Eve, which I completely lost for 2 weeks, and I only realised because we were Instagram messaging the other day. Quick fire, espresso martini or brewdog?
Brewdog.
I'm going to go espresso martini just to be opposite. Favourite Tenacious D lyric?
Oh,
Mine is that's fucking teamwork.
I was going to say that. Got something in my teeth. Could you get it out for me? That's fucking teamwork.
Lovely. Nice. Yeah, good one.
What's
if anyone's
position?
been to Magaluf
That's cool with me. It's not my favourite, but I'll do it
and
for
seen the
you.
Pirates Reloaded.
What's your favourite dish?
Stop it.
I'm not going to cook it, but I'll order it from Zanzibar.
Okay. Is there a pirate emoji?
I think there is, isn't there? If not, is there a boat or a ship?
Parrot?
That's
too confusing. Anything pirate related.
Anything pirate related.
Yeah, there you
we'll
go.
leave the imagination is over to you. I don't care what it is,
As long as
but it's got to be
related.
pirate related. That is the emoji for this week.
Yeah, because the reason I liked Tenacious D before, but then in Pirates Reloaded in Magaluf, they used to do one of the songs and the drag queen used to sing it and it was funny. Anyway, next question from Alice, because she just dipped her finger in a tub of hummus. What's your favourite condiment or dip?
It does depend on what you're
hummus
having.
is that a dip? Is it? I suppose it is a dip.
Of course it's a dip. What do you do with hummus?
Well, because then
What do you do with hummus?
does that mean guacamole's a dip?
If you're having nachos, yeah.
This is what I was getting at. Like you can get
I think
quite
anything that comes in that shaped
what about
vessel.
like black beans?
No.
Refried beans.
That's not a condiment.
Refried beans.
No, not a condiment. That's a topping.
So if you're having nachos, or you can have refried beans.
Yeah, that's a topping. A condiment.
Guac.
A condiment to me is something you dip in.
Okay.
And this, I mean,
But you understand what I'm saying.
I know exactly what you're saying. Like, for example, if you're just having a plate of chips,
yes.
there is two types of people. There is people that put ketchup or their chosen condiment all over their chips.
No, sir.
Or
you dip.
you make a little pile.
Yes.
And you dip.
You dip.
To me,
Barbecue
anybody
sauce.
that does anything other than a dip should fuck off and die.
Okay.
That's wrong. You're doing it completely wrong.
Okay. What if you have chili on your chips? Is that then a dip?
Chili? What, like chili con carne?
Yeah.
No, that's a topping.
Oh.
Then you don't have to worry.
This is such a...
Cheese, for example. Cheese on chips. If you have grated... Curry sauce, I would do as a dip.
Oh, no.
Yes.
I think that, you're going to get some for that.
I'm only going to get something from Northerners, and I couldn't give a fuck what they think.
What about gravy?
Gravy is...
you pour that on chips.
Gravy is a topping, not a condiment.
But curry sauce is a dip.
Curry sauce is a dip.
You have problems.
No,
Yes.
no I don't. I'm right, and everyone else is wrong.
I like barbecue sauce.
But would you have it as a topping or a dip?
No, a dip, obviously.
You have it as a dip, that's a condiment.
Yeah.
And my example, grated cheese on chips, which is wonderful, not a condiment. Cheese is not a condiment.
But the thing that
It is a
you're
topping.
saying that are very close together is gravy and curry sauce. You are treating differently.
No.
You're treating them differently.
Yes, because they are different. Right, listen to this, right?
One's a sauce, which you pour over.
If you're having a roast dinner, do you have a side of gravy?
No, but if you're having a curry, do you have the sauce in a pot on the side and dip your chicken in?
If you go to an Indian restaurant, yes you do.
No, you have the chicken in the sauce.
Oh, you have the chicken in the sauce, but your naan and your rice and everything else that you want in the curry is on the side.
But the sauce is the main dish.
God.
The sauce is the main dish. That is your main, and then you order...
We're having curry tomorrow.
Yes.
I can't wait.
But then you order your sides. Okay, well, I'll make the curry tomorrow and put the chickpeas in one bowl and the sauce in the other. Is that what you want?
That's just wrong.
No, because you're making the curry.
What was the question?
Your favourite?
Favourite condiment? Hot
sauce.
Parmesan.
I like Maltesers.
Yeah. I mean, I don't ever put it on anything, but I quite like it. Therefore, it's my favourite condiment. Fuck you.
I was just trying to determine what was the I was just trying to determine. No, what's your favourite? We're liking hot sauces at the moment.
I do love a hot sauce. We do have a little selection of hot sauces.
Oh my god, I'm crying.
I need to do the camera.
Oh my god. It's over. Barbecue sauce is my favourite. I used to have it on everything. I possibly
do you know what? I miss and I love just fish and chips.
Yeah, and then what would you have on them? Where's your vinegar going?
Salt and vinegar. Oh, well, does anybody have vinegar on the side? No, because vinegar, I don't think, is a condiment.
Vinegar is definitely a condiment.
It's a topping.
A salt is a condiment.
What is the definition of condiment?
Oh, I don't know.
But with fish and chips, I love mayo. I love mayo and
Condiment.
chips.
A substance such as salt, mustard or pickle that is used to add flavour to food. So I don't actually think sauces are condiments because all the pictures are showing
so we're both wrong
spices.
Entirely from the beginning.
It's because the question was condiment/dip, but because people think sauces are I'm still sticking with barbecue sauce.
Okay, I'm going to stick with a good hot sauce.
Oh my god.
A good hot sauce. I mean, for example, we have chicken salads for lunch a lot of the time during the week.
Yeah.
And the only thing that keeps me sane so that isn't
boring.
Just bland and boring, because it's just chicken and lettuce, is a lovely little hot sauce. And that's good, full of flavour.
Put lentils in it. Wow, that was a good question, Alice. Thank you.
Thanks, Alice. Sorry that it caused...
All because she put her finger in a tub of hummus. If you could describe... This is the last one from Alice. If you could describe each other as a film or TV series genre, what would it be and why? You're a tragedy.
Tiffler is Shawshank Redemption.
What? How? Why? No, a genre. She's asking for genre, not an actual thing.
Ask the question again.
If you could describe each other as a film...
As a film
or TV series genre...
okay, fair enough. So not as a... I stopped listening, as I often do, as you regularly tell me.
Oh my goodness.
As a genre, you're a fucking horror.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
I can tell who had a couple of gins while they're watching the football.
Don't talk to me about the football.
Oh yeah.
I'm enjoying the fact that I'm able to like...
You are a tragedy, like a Greek tragedy.
Yeah? Why?
Yeah. I don't know, you're just like, it's all drama.
Yeah, I'm so full of drama.
What are you? You're one of those like, it's not such a TV series, more of a YouTube video. Do you know when you can get like an hour black screen? You're just that.
Okay. I'm an hour's black screen on YouTube.
Yeah, just nothing.
I am nothing. That's our marriage, ladies and gentlemen.
You're white noise.
Wow. Okay, if I'm white noise, you're Black Mirror.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
You're just fucked up beyond belief.
What genre is Black Mirror?
Fucked up beyond belief.
Yeah.
And that's
We must apologise for the level of swearing in this. No, we mustn't actually, mustn't we? Okay, that's my ones from Alice. What you got?
I had one from Alice.
Go on then.
What is your best and worst celebrity encounter?
I don't think I've encountered any celebrities.
Yes, you have. This is a thing.
We were at Pikes with Jake Bugg when he was chubby.
Okay.
He was really... So, I worked at Mallorca Rocks and Jake Bugg did that year in 2013 and he looked...
Does anybody know who Jake Bugg is? That doesn't really seem like a celebrity to me.
Okay, well, he was quite a big singer. Okay, all right, then I have no celebrity encounters. I don't know what else I've done.
You're good. You're better with celebrities than I am.
Oh, yeah, well, for you, when we went to see Twin Atlantic, I think we've discussed this before, and we were in Cambridge and we went bowling before because we were like, let's get there early, have some dinner, go bowl, like Maybe it was like a date.
It probably was a bit of a date, wasn't it?
And so then when we went bowling, you noticed that Twin Atlantic were playing on a certain lane. So I asked the woman at the desk, I was like, can we have lane number 8 or whatever it was, which was next to them? And then you wouldn't talk to them at all before the gig. And I was just like, hey guys, do you mind if we get a picture? Like we were chatting as well, because obviously when you're playing, you watch people in the next lane and stuff. And so we did open up a conversation, but you were just shit.
Twin Atlantic. Well, Twin Atlantic still are like up there as one of my favourite bands at the time, even probably more so. And yeah, we were seeing their gig that night, and it was a big deal. And then you're bowling next to them. Bowling is tense anyway, because you know that people are watching. Not only the people you're there with.
Bowling.
Absolutely. And so there I am, and I'm like, I'm bowling in the lane next to the band I'm about to go and see live. Mm-hmm. And you're thinking, I can't fuck this up. Like, you can't.
Right.
And there you are, strike after strike after strike. They must have been looking and going, oh, that poor sod. He's taken this girl out on a date, because bowling is classic, early relationship date, isn't it?
Cute.
And she's absolutely destroying him. And then on top of that, you're the one that went over and went, hiya!
Hiya!
That was good though, and they were very nice. They were very friendly.
I don't really know. I'm sure that I've had other celebrity
encounters. Have you ever had? Can you recall any bad or like a bad celebrity encounter?
No, not really.
Anyone ever let you down?
No. The 1975 were lovely.
Okay, good.
Me and Katie Crookers have a picture with them at Pikes. Basically, whenever there was a gig, we then all went to Pikes.
Yeah,
because we were staff. You get in.
You're instantly thinking, okay, Pikes. Well, most weeks in the summer, if you're at Pikes, odds are there is a celebrity there at some point.
Yeah.
Which takes me on to my Duncan from Blue story.
Oh, fuck! I forgot about Duncan from Blue. Are you going to tell the story?
No, I'm not. If anybody wants to know,
you know.
Some people listening to this will know my Duncan from Blue story.
Brilliant.
Some people won't. If you want to know my Duncan from Blue story, maybe I'll share it with you at some point in the future.
I like that it's maybe just in case, your parents ask and you go, no.
I've told my parents.
Oh, have you?
When they were here on holiday in October, and we were very drunk around the dining table, I told them.
Was it during the podcast?
No.
Oh, funny.
But that's mine.
That's a good one. I like that one.
I don't really have a bad one.
No, me neither, I don't think. Not that I remember. I've got a question from Eloise.
Oh, yeah. Eloise.
Eloise.
Hi, Eloise. Is Eloise a listener?
Yeah.
She's never sent us an emoji.
What's the thing you love most about me? Not Eloise, me. You're not supposed to have a silence on a podcast, love.
Do you know what the problem is the list is so long.
I knew it. She did say if you didn't just say everything right away, you're in trouble.
Well, that would just be shit. If you said, I love everything about you, that would just be a lie, wouldn't it? Anybody who says that is a lie.
Okay.
I hate the way you sneeze. I hate the way you yawn.
This wasn't the question.
Okay, oh, sorry. It was the other way, wasn't it? What's my favourite thing about you? I say this a lot of the time, and I think you tend to shrug it off quite quickly and go, oh, fine. I like that you're a happy and positive person. Exactly. And that's the reaction that, isn't what I'm looking for. But I do. It's nice to spend a lot of time, i.e. the rest of my life, with somebody who's a happy person, and you find positives in things, and you don't let things get you down, and it's nice, because that makes life feel good and positive.
Apart from if the wind blows
and at the very least
wrong
bearable
direction, then I'm not going to the gym.
I know, but even then, you turn even those sorts of days, we together turn into, should we just have a fuck it day, and we just have a laugh together, and I enjoy that.
Yeah, it's not sad. It's just we're in a different mood.
We have a very similar level of not taking things too seriously, and I like that.
Yeah,
it works well.
It does.
Well, because if it's not, you could easily be someone who thinks, oh, well, my other half doesn't take things seriously enough, or is way too serious. But I think what I like is that we have a good balance.
Nice.
Yeah. What about you?
What do I like most about you?
Yeah.
I like that you always make me laugh.
I find a way.
And also...
Sometimes I have to dig deep.
But you like the fact that you make me laugh as well.
Do you know what? I kind of wish this is a regret I have in my life, is that it wasn't in my speech at the wedding that I didn't say, I really just stuck with her because she actually laughs at my jokes. Like, because actually, you find me funny. And when I'm trying to be funny, that to me is like, fucking yes. Stick with her.
Yeah.
She actually finds this shit funny.
There you go.
So I think we've done well to just stick with each other.
Yep, nailed it. How many you got? 4. I've got 4 too. Can I ask you the big question?
The big question?
This is from Dylan.
Okay, so this is my 9-year-old nephew.
Yep.
Who I hope isn't a regular listener of the pod.
Oh, well, you never know. So no swearing during this answer, just in case he will listen.
We can give him the snippet.
So there's no swearing from here, and then we'll warn you.
I've been pre-warned that this is quite a deep question from
apparently he asked Lucy yesterday, your sister, and all she wanted to do was go and watch Netflix and eat fajitas and not answer this question. So the question is, Matthew Charles Bennett, what's the meaning of life?
Oh, wow. So, it's classic Dylan. So Dylan went to my sister and literally, so he asked his mother,
what the meaning of life is.
What is the meaning of life?
Well, have they watched Soul?
Well, yeah.
I can't say anything because I'll make a bad joke.
Will you? Why? What were you?
Well, no, because I'll just say something that's like not good. It'd be a terrible answer.
I honestly think that it's not necessarily the meaning of life, but like, what should you do with your life?
Yes, there you go. That's a good one.
Well, it's sort of like what we say is do what you want, don't hurt anyone and upset anyone along the way, and don't do things just because other people make you feel like you should.
Yes.
Whether that be one small thing in one action one day, or whether that's a choice of what career you're going to take or whatever, just because maybe it's what your mum and dad did, or it's because what everybody else around you does, or because it's what society says you should do. Do what it is that makes you feel good every day, as long as that doesn't upset or hurt other people.
Nice.
And have a laugh along the way. And don't take anything too seriously.
Yeah, I think, I don't know what the meaning of life is, but as long as you're like happy and laughing and with people that love you and you love them, I think that's the best way to be.
You don't know how long you've got, and I know that's really...
Sorry.
It's okay, he's stopped listening now, and he's heard worse. But you don't know how long you've got, and whether that's a long time, or it's a short time, or it's somewhere in between, you always want to be at a point where you go, at least I had a laugh. At the very least, I had a laugh. You don't want to be going, well, I was doing this, this, and this, and this, in the hope that later on I would have a laugh. Have a laugh now. Do the fun things now. Because
you're going to be too old, and then you can't.
At some point, you're either going to be too old or you've waited too long. And at that point, you go, oh, well, I wasted it. And so,
Nice.
Do what you enjoy. Do what you love.
End of non-swearing segment.
Thanks, Dylan.
And by by not being mean to anyone, we mean don't be a dick.
Yeah.
That is
when I said don't
our
upset.
second life motto is don't
do what
be
you
a
want,
dick.
but don't be a dick.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, that question was from a 9-year-old.
9-year-old. And that brings
Let me take you on to... No, I want to take you on to a really mature question.
Oh, but I wanted to take us to our advert break.
Oh, yeah, well, okay. Okay,
Have you forgotten about that?
No. Ad break works for me because I actually do need a wee.
Oh, actual ad break, and then we're going to explain it, I guess.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is our ad break.
Here is a word from our sponsors.
The M&T Podcast, brought to you in association with Rosé Wine. Because just like M&T, Rosé goes with anything.
Oh my God, I love it so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the M&T podcast, and thank you for our little sponsor there.
Well, it's our little voiceover by what was it,
Chris Marsden, also known as the dad from the Marsdens on YouTube. I'm going to put links to them on YouTube below, on the screen now, and if you're listening to the podcast, in the show notes or something like that.
Yeah. So basically what happened is that we received an email from Chris Marsden, and he's a voiceover guy.
Yeah.
And he sent us a little intro.
Yeah. So him and the family are big fans of Ibiza, regular listeners and watchers of the vlog and the podcast and stuff. And yeah, we just got an email out of the blue. And how cool is that?
I love it.
It's that's what he does, is he does voiceovers and media and stuff, and it's so good.
And I love it because then when you go on their YouTube channel, their little intro there, the snippets, and he's voicing it as well, and you're like, oh my god, I love it.
So yeah.
So we now have an intro. That's actually an intro. It's not a.
It is an intro. So
also, we're not drinking rosé.
We've dubbed it in for now here, but moving forward, that's at the beginning of every single pod.
Yeah,
that's happening.
Can we dub that in with the little Spanish music?
I can make that happen.
Out how
Absolutely.
That works. That'll be funny.
Yeah,
I love it. Thank you so much for sending that.
Please check out the Marsdens. They are funny and cool and just light-hearted. And they're a family just going through lockdown as everybody is, and they're vlogging at the moment every day.
Yeah, lots of videos.
And it's kind of fun to watch. So Thank you, Chris, and the family. We appreciate that.
Marsdens. You had a question.
Well, before we get on to questions, let's get on to the post-advert drinks.
I've got another clean and press.
I've got...
Oh, bloody no. I shook it. No, I didn't. I should have gone.
I've gone onto the Brewdogs. This is my first Brewdog beer since Christmas.
Oh, you're pouring it in a glass. You fancy fuck.
Yeah.
Weirdo. Nice. Oh, can I have a sip?
Yeah, of course you can. Do you know what? I wasn't going to have...
This is what I do, and Alice will resonate with this because she used to just smell people's like chocolate and crisps, and that was her little fix. But if I just have one little bit... Oh, that's delicious.
Do you know what? I've been so good, and if I haven't been drinking all week, and when I have been drinking, it's a gin and tonic, which is a zero tonic, or it's one of these seltzers or whatever. But today, excuse me, but today I just think, do you know what? Fuck it. My team let me down. I'm having a good time with my wife doing a pod. She's kicking the table, even though I'm going to bollock her for doing it. And for that reason, I can have a beer. So I'm going to have the one, and that will be that. But
cheers, everyone.
Yeah, lovely.
I might have a beer with curry tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, I'll have a beer then as well.
Sundays. Twisted your eyelash.
I mean, let's not fuck about. It's the weekend.
Tesco was selling... I went to Tesco to buy some treats, which included cream eggs and scones. But they were selling Cobra beers, which used to get sold in a...
perfect with a curry.
They were on sale. There
Cobra,
was loads of
Tiger,
them.
Kingfisher. Yeah.
Yeah, love a curry beer. And
wonderful.
Sing beers?
Sing? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just Sing. They're good too. Beer.
Lovely.
I like beer. Beer.
Beer.
Did you have a question?
I did have a question. I had a question after last week's podcast. I haven't written it down, so I'm going to have to sort of ad-lib it a little bit.
Oh, God.
This is... it was basically my mother's reaction to last week's podcast.
Last week's podcast?
Yeah. So
was she telling us we were boring?
No.
Oh.
She... we talked a lot about, in last week's podcast, that we're just never going to leave... Well, we're not going to leave Ibiza. People want to see us, you come here.
Was she okay?
Well, she just did basically say like, there. Do you see yourself like ever visiting the UK to see friends and family who miss you and love to see you and stuff? And so she just sort of asked. I think we came across a bit strong as basically saying we're never going to go and see them again, which is not what we said.
The truth.
Tiff may have meant that.
I think I'm like, yeah, I'll go back, but the reason we left the country is to leave the country.
Yes.
I don't need to go back more than once a year. And that's pushing it in my mind. Yeah. And that's just me being honest. I know you're a bit different, which is absolutely fine. But we're now in that place where you can go on your own, or
Well,
I
yeah,
can go on
and-
my own. Like, it's a cheap 2-hour flight now.
Yeah.
Because the reason I left the country is, one, because I just went with you, but two, because I wanted to leave England.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to go back for, it'll be a week at a time,
Yeah.
more than once a year.
Yeah.
And I am absolutely okay with that.
Yeah.
And I know that you're different, and that is
Yeah,
also
and
okay.
do you know what though? This is, I mean, in reaction to what my mum has said, I've said out loud, and I've put it in writing, I believe, in messages and all sorts of things. Moving here makes me feel closer to them, and I've said myself, the idea of trips back for the weekend are now not out of, like,
especially with
out
your
of the realm
family
of
being
doing things.
so close to the
Exactly.
airport.
They're so
that's
close.
different for
They're
me.
very close to Stansted, and they're all close together. So in one small trip, I can see everyone. Which, if I'm honest, if the world wasn't such a fucking storm, I probably would have done by now already.
Yeah, of
it's
course.
just flown back and seen
we
them.
both probably would have.
As the world is as it is right now, I've got zero ambition to go back to the UK anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But on top of that, I'm not allowed anyway. And even if I did, I can't see everybody, and I can't enjoy the time to go and see them.
But also,
So it's a waste of a journey to go and wave to everybody through a window.
yeah, absolutely.
And what's the point?
But
When the world gets back to normal, whenever that may be, and it will happen at some point, of course, yes, I will travel back and I would like to go and see people. I know that that's not something that you'll do probably as often as I will, but as we've said, there's no problem with
I'd
that.
obviously
I'll
not-
just go myself.
yeah,
It's not a big deal.
But I obviously want to go and see friends and family and everybody. But because it's different now, what it used to be is we'd go from Dubai to England for what would need to be at least 2 weeks
To make it worthwhile.
to make it worthwhile and to be able to see everyone.
Yeah.
And that was busy and actually tiring.
Yeah, it wasn't a
And
holiday.
it wasn't a holiday. Whereas anybody who comes to see us, even
Is on
now,
holiday.
is on holiday.
Yeah. And I
Going
mean,
back to the UK from here is not a holiday.
well, and do you know what? It might sound a little bit, and I'd love to know if people think that we're wrong here, but I think you're absolutely right there in that my thought is our door's always open and we've got a spare room ready to go. And people can come here where I would argue the world doesn't feel quite as shit as it maybe does to our friends and family in the UK. It feels a little bit nicer. And you can make a holiday of it, and you're more than welcome here. And I don't know, it does feel as if that would be a more positive than if we went back to the UK where, like you've said, we left and have stayed away for a reason. It seems a very depressing place to be at the moment. I don't need to be surrounded by depressed people and depressing news and depressing weather. And as much as it's lovely to see everybody, if the choice is we fly to you or you fly to here, why don't you just fly here?
Yeah. But you're making...
Which I know isn't easy for everyone.
No.
But, and I'm not saying that's the only way it will ever be. I've just said I'll happily travel. As soon as there is a possibility, I probably will go back and see people. But...
You're making it sound like a lot because it's now, because of what's happening
Yeah.
now. But actually, this is my thought always.
For life.
I don't care whether we're
Oh,
in a
no, I
pandemic
agree with you.
or
I
whether
agree with you.
it's a normal year. Yes, I would see my family. I'd probably say twice a year.
Yeah.
Now we live this close. When we lived in Dubai, going to England every year
It was hard work.
was a chore.
Yeah.
And we never did it,
Yeah.
obviously, and I never wanted to do it. But now, because it's easier, we'd fly there once, family flies here once.
Yeah.
That's plenty,
Yeah.
I think, for me. But it is. Like, I find the UK miserable whenever.
No, I do.
And
No,
so I'd rather be like, I'm not going to fly to England this year, so how about I pay for half of your flight to come here?
Yeah. Well, that's what you've done, haven't you? Like.
Well,
Christmas,
yeah, I gave
Christmas-
my mum flight vouchers for Christmas because, I'd rather people come here than me go there.
Yeah.
And that's not, I don't think that's being selfish. It's better here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and I know it does sound harsh, and I do get where, like, your mum and I'm sure other people come from, and it's why haven't you been to England in this many years?
Well,
but it's because I'm in a better place.
I don't think anybody would expect us. I'll put it out there right now. If anybody expects us to have visited the UK right now, no.
But you're going
just
back
no.
down. You're going back to it being.
Well,
now.
no, you just said it.
No,
it's what you just said.
No, I didn't. I said in general, we're in a better place, and we always have been. Come to Dubai. I don't want to fly to England.
Yeah.
Because Dubai's better.
Yeah.
But like, it's not a holiday, us going to England. It's not.
Well,
it
no,
never
it isn't.
feels like a holiday.
No, it's not.
But
no,
actually, whoever comes here, it's a holiday.
Yeah.
And so actually, they're in a better mood.
Well, and that's the thing. And that's exactly what we've just agreed on.
Yeah.
Which is, if there was the choice, everyone is welcome to come and see
absolutely.
us and spend time here. It's not that I am anti. This is where we're different. This is where we don't speak as a unit, and that's okay. That's fine. I have no problem if travel corridors were okay and countries were all right.
Yeah. I would fly back in a heartbeat and see my family and friends.
Yeah, not a problem.
But then, that's my quota for a year. I'm cool.
Yeah.
Like.
I'm not saying we're going to do it once a month.
Well, like, sometimes it's like, how often does it need to happen? Like, how often? Well, there's technology. You can see their faces.
Well, and this is another argument, isn't it? Is that since there was, particularly in lockdown 1, people communicated more with their friends and family than they ever did before, because they suddenly felt like, oh, I'm going to get into a message group or onto Zoom or onto... Whereas actually you were never doing that in the first place.
No.
But, and maybe that's a positive that's come out of this shitstorm.
I taught my family more in lockdowns than I had in the 4 years prior
I'm in your family group now, and I think it's really nice that almost on a daily basis, one of the 3 of you as sisters always just sends a message in and just says, is everyone okay today?
It's definitely not
It's
me.
rarely you, because you're a cold, black-hearted, soulless beast of a woman. But I do regularly see your nice, friendly, heartful,
sisters.
warm and family-centric sisters just check in and just be like, how's everyone doing?
Yeah.
Which is nice, which people
They're the first people
when
I
the
go
world,
see.
I hope that when the world gets back to normal and people go back to their normal day-to-day routines and jobs and can go where they want when they want, that they don't forget the value of
checking in.
Yeah, I had a Zoom with my nan today, and it was a fucking nightmare because she doesn't know how to use technology, and we joke and we laugh, and because Zoom now cuts you off after a certain amount of time, I only got to talk to her for 15 minutes because it took her half an hour to get onto the fucking group. But I would before all of this shit kicked off in the world, I never ever had a FaceTime or a Zoom or a Skype call with my nan. Never.
Not at all.
So the only time I ever saw her face was to go and see her.
That's a good thing out of 2020.
It is a good thing.
Saw your nan's
this
face.
is what I mean, is that I hope that when the world gets back to its normal routine, is that people don't forget the value of just checking in and seeing people and having a chat.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not that much of a cold-hearted bitch.
No, you're not.
As soon as we're able, we will go to the UK and we will see our families. But that's not going to be until we can see all of our family.
Yeah.
So if we have to fly to the UK and quarantine for 10 days, then we are stuck either with your parents or my mum or
I don't
whoever,
want to be stuck in one person's bubble.
Whoever for 10
And I don't want to
days.
have to wave to my nan through a window. I want to be able to go in
and hug
and
her
see my
and
nan
say
and give her
hi.
a hug and say, fucking well done for getting through this shit, you 80 plus something legend. Like, I don't want to have to wave to her through a window.
Well, everyone who is at the wedding knows she's a legend.
The equivalent of that right now is I can wave to her via Zoom.
And that's
every
the
day
same
if I want
thing.
to. And it's exactly the same.
Yeah, exactly.
So until I can do it fully, I'm happy and safe and comfortable here.
Yes, and then not too much.
So anyway.
I'd be like, how about you get a flight to Barcelona, I'll get a flight to Barcelona, and we'll stay there for the weekend.
Yeah, and let's fuck up Barcelona.
Do cool things. Like, flying to I know people don't get that much holiday, but it doesn't take much to fly go somewhere for a weekend. Even if they went to another city in England, like for example, my sister lives in Dis. Wild, but like, how about they drove to Birmingham for the weekend?
Yeah, we fly into Birmingham.
And we fly into Birmingham, and then you do something a bit different, like
that. I think
I don't know. That was just.
It is definitely something I used to feel quite a lot when we lived further away from the UK. When there were flights when we would have to fly to Dubai. You used to get it a lot more then, and as the years went on, it sort of dropped a little bit. But people would always be like, "Oh, I see you're back in the country. Like, come and find us, come and see us." And I've always, and we've said this before, it's like I've travelled 2,000 miles.
You come and find me.
Get in a taxi for half an hour, but that's the thing. Like, I've travelled across the world. It's cost me X amount. And it's costing me however much in my holiday allowance and in the amount of time I've had to be in the sky. But people are always like, well, you're in the UK, you should come to my house. It's like, well, no, like, I'm here. Travel for an hour and come and see me.
Meet me
like,
at the pub,
let me land and
you're buying the drinks as well.
Exactly, because that's how it should be.
Yeah, it's tough to balance, and I do get what people are saying.
It's one of those aspects of living overseas, I think, is that always...
And I suppose I suppose your family's never gone through it with someone living overseas.
No,
My
really.
family's only, like, obviously Jade did seasons and I've done seasons, so it's only 6 months at a time. So you wouldn't see them.
No, yeah.
And so then you'd be home at the end of 6 months or however long. But now it's actually, this is going into our 6th year of being away from the UK.
Yeah, and
yeah,
I think
6th year.
I think people are now just used to. Well, Matt and Tiff are the part of the family that are overseas.
We're those cool aunts and uncles that live overseas.
Do you know what? I cannot wait. It's one of these things that I've got like in my locker that I'm holding on to, and I'm so excited for. Is when our nieces and nephews have got to an age where they're like, we've got a cool auntie and uncle who live in Ibiza, and fuck it, they got on a plane and they just come over here. And I really hope, I don't hope it's in bad circumstances, but I really hope at least one of our nieces.
It's like a run away from home.
I want them to turn up and go, I ran away from home and you were who I wanted to come to. Because they'd be safe as houses. They'd be absolutely fine. We'd look after them, mainly because I'm here, not because Auntie Tiff is here.
I'd get the vodka out, to be fair.
But
how old are they? Hold on.
Well,
how old are they when they're running away?
Well, as long as they're over 18. I don't want like a 13-year-old troubled teenager going, I hate you, I'm going.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Which wouldn't happen anyway. But yeah, that's the thing. That's the role we play. We're the people that people escape.
We're either the cool aunt and uncle that lives overseas or the weird aunt and uncle.
I'll take either.
I'll take both.
We are the escape. If anybody ever wants to escape and come and hang out with us, that's why we're here.
Yeah, got fire. We've got brew dogs. And you can be a guest on the podcast.
Yeah, if you're here, you have to be.
This is from Bill. If you could describe yourself as any Apple product, what would it be?
I would be AirPods.
Why?
Because people don't really realise how much they need me, but once they've got me, you can't imagine life without me.
I was going to be like something silly.
27-inch iMac.
Yeah, or like a Magic Mouse or something. Magic Mouse 2.
That's hilarious. I'd be a trackpad.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to be. One of the trackpads.
Yeah.
They're cool.
Yeah.
I like them.
Why?
I don't know. I just think they're cool. Yeah. Or I'd be something completely unnecessary. What's unnecessary?
I know that Bill is a big fan of the AirPods.
Everything.
Mainly because I think Bill was my last ever
discount
purchase for discount. He was the last ever person to take advantage of the friends and family discount that I had.
And then he got the
and
AirPods.
He bought AirPods and a Mac, I think, as well, was his last. But the AirPods, if you've got them, I mean, jokes aside, and I don't work for Apple anymore, and I wasn't on commission anyway.
And you never had a pair of AirPods.
And I don't own any myself, but AirPods are fucking awesome.
They're legit.
Once you've got them. If you haven't got them, life will be fine. Once you've got them, you can't imagine life without them.
True.
They are incredible. and I think I need a pair at some point in 2021.
Cool. You just got a new phone, so...
Which is lovely, I'd like to point out. I had a question from Bill. If you could be any piece of gym equipment, what would you be and why?
I'll be a dumbbell.
Because you're a dumb bell.
I would be a resistance band.
Okay, why?
Because they're so versatile.
So versatile.
You can do many things, but they also offer a lot of resistance.
Yeah, they push back.
They push back.
Yeah.
And that's what I do.
And also no one really likes them.
And no one likes them.
Yeah.
And they like to sit in the corner on their own.
Yeah.
Be forgotten about.
Nice.
What would you be? That's funny. I like that. If I thought more, I'd probably be something.
Mine was... do you know what? I couldn't find...
I'd be an assault bike.
I would definitely be something that's got the word bell in it.
So you'd be a dumbbell or
either a dumbbell or a kettlebell. Only because I want to be some kind of bell.
Wow. Deep thinking.
Yep, that's how deep I went with that one, Bill.
Nice.
But thank you.
I like it. I'm thinking like, should I be like a ski erg or should I be like an assault bike or something?
Do you want to be a full rig?
Oh, I'll just be a rig. I am a rig.
You are a rig. You're an oil rig.
Oh, don't. Someone's going to wake up again or whatever you've just done.
I'm not doing a dinosaur impression again.
It was funny though. Last question from me. Oh, quick one. How are you doing with the lockdown? I think we're doing okay.
We're doing fine. I had a Zoom call with my family today who asked, like, how is your lockdown doing? Because obviously they're in lockdown, and then we broke the news to them that the Ibiza sort of regulations have become a little bit stricter, which makes it feel like lockdown. And as I said to them, and I'll say again, it doesn't really feel much different to us.
It's because we're being hermits. Like we've said,
we always planned that winter was hermit time.
We're not eating out, and so we don't need to go to and we're not really drinking. We're not drinking apart from the podcast, really, or football. So for us, it's like actually we don't notice because we're not trying to go out to restaurants or bars, and we're not doing that kind of stuff. I think if this was then March, April, I think that's when we'd really notice, because we were like, actually, it's our birthdays, time out with friends.
The weather's really good, so I want to be at the beach.
It is 2 weeks, and we're not allowed to see our friends, which is what we've been able to do all this way up in certain numbers. And so I'm actually really glad we did our roast dinner last week.
Yeah, we did roast dinner last Sunday, and then on Wednesday it kicked in that no households can mix, and with no exceptions. There's no support bubbles. There
is for people living on their own.
Oh, if people are on their own, but there's no like. If you're going for your outdoor exercise, one person from one household can mix with one person.
No, it's not that.
There's none of that. There's nothing.
So I'm really glad we did a roast dinner last week.
We did that, and we had multiple people coming, which was lovely. Again, within the laws, within the regulations.
Yeah, we had our friend group round.
Really, the only thing that's changed for us is we can't have people just come up and have dinner at our house and have a barbecue or have a roast or anything.
Yeah, see, when it starts getting nice weather, barbecue weather again, that's when there are restrictions.
I need the world to be better by the time it becomes barbecue weather again, because this year's barbecues.
So if you could all just stay the fuck home.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. I'm going to have my little COVID rant right now.
Oh fuck.
My little lockdown rant, and it's not really a rant. It's my way of putting a positive spin on the situation that we're all in right now, particularly for those who are in the UK listening to this. The weather is shit.
Okay.
You have about 6 hours of daylight. In January, what do you usually do?
Hermit.
You stay in. You do nothing. You watch TV. You feel sorry for yourself. You've got no money because you spend it all at Christmas and New Year's. You're all...
It's normally hermit time.
It's hermit time.
Close that, yeah.
To me, lockdown during winter should be, and I think people just need to get in the mindset of this is easier. Because there's not that much great things to do anyway.
True.
You don't suddenly feel the urge to go to the beach or go to your local park because it's crap outside. So just stay in. That's what you probably would have done anyway. And sort of ride it through. And hope that by the time we get to good weather again, spring and summer, when you really will want to go outside and have a picnic and go for a walk with other people and stuff, that you've done your bit.
Yes.
I don't like that people are going, this one's so much harder than the others, because I used to be able to do this, this, and this. January's crap anyway. No one likes January. It's nobody's favourite month. Stay in your house, enjoy the warmth, watch some shit on TV.
Netflix are putting out a new movie every week.
Every week. The content.
So just watch it.
Watch that.
Watch it and review it.
Exactly. Join a book club or a Netflix club or whatever.
Exactly. Oh, I have one last question.
And then I've got 3 quick fires.
Okay, this is from Jay. Favourite beaches, hidden or not, on the island?
I haven't experienced enough to know ones that I go, oh, you need to do this, you need to do this. But the one that we went to with Sarah and Ed in the summer.
Oh God, I don't know what that's
called. Is it
called.
Portinax?
Portinax is the big beach, but there's a little cove.
We went on a bit of a hike from around Portinax.
Yeah.
And we found one that people do know of. It's not.
It's a hiking. It's a popular hike.
You have to do a good 30-minute hike to get there.
Yeah.
I loved that.
Is
one.
it Portinol? I don't know. Anyway.
I can't remember.
I like Benaras, where
Yes.
the drummers are.
Yeah.
And it was actually nice that it wasn't like jam packed and stuff. But one of the restaurants there has a good little party. And then I'm going to include it, but like Formentera beaches.
I also love Calabasa Beach.
I love a bit of Calabasa. It's a bit touristy,
but it's the perfect summer beach.
Yeah.
Especially as I love that you kind of have to get there by boat from San Ann.
Well, you don't have to.
You don't have to, but that's part of it. I think
Yeah.
that's part of the experience is to get there by boat, and you can either go full knobby and get a bed and spend a lot of money.
The white
Their
Carver
sangria,
is delicious.
and their sushi and their...
We had breakfast there. We had
It was lovely.
tostadas.
Or just lie on the beach with a towel and take your own snacks
Mm-hmm.
and drink. Calabasa Beach is great.
Calabasa is fantastic.
And I also just love Siesta Beach because it's right here and it's on our doorstep and it's...
You've got a lot more beaches to see, which I'm excited to
Yes,
take you to.
I do need to go and see more beaches and I'm looking forward to warmer times when we can go and do that.
Yeah, tick them off. Nice. What you got?
I got 3 questions from Tim,
Okay.
my father, for those who don't know.
Go on, Tim.
So let's do these kind of quick fire. I'm just going to throw them at you. Is there anything that you wish that you'd been taught at school because it would have been useful?
How to save like your money and stuff.
Yeah. They don't teach you anything about money at school.
Like budgeting. Why do they not teach people
Nothing.
how to budget? And then you suddenly grow up and you're like, oh, what do you mean I can't just buy things on an account? Because, you have to pay that back. I got into, when I was younger, and my sisters obviously know this, but like, I got into trouble because I didn't pay, it was like, was it Very? Where you could, and so I got into trouble, my mum had to bail me out, and like, I got in loads of then more trouble from my mum. And so it wasn't like a huge amount of money or anything, but it was just like, you're not taught that that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
And that's why my mum's never had a credit card. She's very, like, my mum's one of those people.
We don't now, do we?
No, we live on the money we earn.
Yep.
So we don't have those things that just, you can just spend on.
Yeah.
So, budgeting, yes, sorry.
You get zero lessons about that at school.
Yeah.
Do you know what my thought of this is when I got this through? Was that exactly what you just said? But also languages. Languages are seen as
additional.
Yeah, they're seen as an additional. You kind of have to do it. You're not going to enjoy it, but you kind of just do this.
But it's not like effort's put in, is it?
I wish that they'd made it fun. I wish that they'd gone, this is what you could achieve if you learn this language.
You could move to other countries and be
exactly. And
also,
go,
you can learn Spanish in school.
Exactly.
Why could it only be French
teach you a bit more about their culture.
Why only French or German?
In a world
Why were there no siestas in school?
Exactly. Bring the Spanish culture to school and let me have a fucking nap. But no, I just really wish that it was made more a thing of. To me, languages were a chore.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm never going to use this. Why do I give a shit?
They weren't very accessible.
And I just wish they would have made it more appealing and exciting for me.
Yeah.
Because I just think in a world where you can live where you want and you can move where you want and you can travel so easily, I'll put an asterisk next to that because obviously the world's at shit. But the upcoming generation now, there is a good chance that they could go where they want and work where they want when they want. And the thing that is going to benefit them the most is to be able to just learn and speak other languages.
Not now Brexit.
Well, no, you're stuck in the UK now. Congratulations. Well done, UK. You did a great job there.
Nailed it.
We've done this before, but I'm going to do it anyway. If you could be any Disney character, who would you be?
Belle.
Well done. Would you rather not be able to taste anything or not be able to smell anything?
I think they do go a bit hand in hand, but I'm going to lose my smell.
I'm with you on that one.
Because I just want... Do you know what I thought of when you said this sentence? What I thought about eating was a kangaroo burger.
Yes.
And I'm like, would I rather just smell it or would I want to
that would
taste
be
it?
Can you imagine the torture of being able to smell bacon but not be able to taste it?
That's really sad.
It's awful, isn't it? And when you think of it that way, it's a really easy
That's
decision to make.
Yeah. But because we've been watching Dr. House from the beginning again, I think I could probably be cured.
Yeah.
It's probably lupus.
Yeah, it's probably... Well, do you know what? It's probably COVID.
Yes.
If you can't taste anything, don't worry. Just do 14 days of quarantine. You'll be fine.
Yes, that's how it works.
That's what I hear.
I don't have any other questions.
Neither do I, and I think that is probably about enough from us.
Oh God, yeah, we've been yabbering on. Well, thank you so much.
Do you know what? Thank you for distracting me from what has been the worst afternoon of 2021 so far.
Wow. I think doing the pod was actually a good idea.
Mm.
So thank you, everyone, for listening and watching. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to you, Matthew Bennett.
Thank you to everybody who hasn't already but will do now. Send us any kind of pirate-related emoji.
You actually said what it was again.
Yeah.
You really want this
I
to happen.
can't stress
If I don't get at least... If we don't get 10 between us, I'm going to be pissed.
I'll tell you what, if we don't get 10 between us, we're not doing a pod next week. So there you go. So if you are inclined to send us one, maybe suggest to your friends and family that they send us one as well.
Maybe they could listen to the pod and then send us one, or write a review for the last.
Yeah,
We're not
why
going to
not?
get into that, but just first of all of the recognition we need lies in your keyboard on your phone.
Yeah, that's what keeps us going. So if you enjoy this, do your bit and we'll keep going. We're very easy to please. We don't ask a lot.
No, not a lot at all. But anyway, we'll see you next week. Thank you.
As long as enough people have sent emojis.
Yes, possibly. TBC. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Bye.